guess I don't need these all the way up here. But I do still need to go through, retrieve a very large portion of material from all of this stuff. Therefore, I will attempt to go through and preemptively just kind of prevent items from landing in certain areas of the build so that I don't have to jump down as much. And this is done very simply by just adding a half slab layer for me to stand on there. Then I can go even further on skimping on materials by only adding it over where there's a hole that I need to cover. As you can see, it provides a very easy means of item collection through use of clever floor placement. Providing very easy access to all of the materials I need means that I am more than well equipped to very easily just kind of pillar up here, check out this area up here, see if it's a cave or not. Does not appear to be a cave. Seems to just be a very high vaulted ceiling. It is vaulted as in pole vault. A reference to something which is extremely highly elevated. I think before I go dealing with the roof up there, I'm going to finish down here first. Okay. Now I just want to go through and just kind of clean up the area in which I have already worked. This allows me to very easily collect all of the materials which I am owed because they are within the boundaries of my workspace. Now I just kind of advance a little more, collect more material. Again, just kind of skim along the roof here. Now I collect all of this material. After this, I'm going to visit the storage box over here, deposit any full stacks of items that I might need to deposit, such as stone. Gravel appears to have filled up as well, therefore I shall deposit a stack of gravel. Then I suppose I am free to return to my work. Okay. Just make sure it's nice and uniform across the whole surface there. Because I plan to build a proper access point for this entire project. Problem is, in order to build that access point, first I have to kind of fill in the roof. And that's a little bit difficult because all of these are half slabs. Let's try right here. Good enough, I suppose. More stones from my inventory. dig down a little. I can replace that smooth stone slab now that I have everything in place to properly fill in the ceiling. I just require retrieving a bit more stone from my inventory over here so that I can, finish off the project. Some of these are going to be a bit more resource intensive than others. Let's actually harvest all of this gravel. Okay. I'm literally reaching as far as my character possibly can in order to place these stones. Unless I jump. I can jump and reach just a little bit farther, but it's still pretty much at the limits of my reach. Okay, make sure I picked up all of the gravel. Go over here, retrieve more stone. Oh, we have some stone. Okay. We can deposit this gravel, however, as we did gather a large quantity of gravel. It looks like we will actually want more stone as well. Probably a lot more stone. More than one stack worth. Let's go over here. Let's start just kind of filling it in, I suppose. Yeah, definitely needed more than one stack of stone. So it's a good thing I brought more. Wow. Okay, well, let's jump over here, go up one, and then I can start filling in this. Okay, go down to here, and then I want to jump up here and start filling in this area. Then, I'm not entirely sure how much of this area I actually need to fill in. Therefore, I'm just kind of filling in a bunch. This is definitely going to use the remainder of the stone which I've brought. And yeah, this is definitely looking much nicer now. Okay. This has been going through a lot of the stone reserves which I had until recently. I mean, I've still got plenty more stone back at base. Like, the mining outpost alone has tons more stone. And I mean that volumetrically. It literally has actual tons of stone. Like, each one of these is 1 cubic meter, so really no matter what variety of stone, I've got tons. I've just got a lot of stone. But that's fine, you know. It's fine having a bunch of stone, because it means that I have lots of material, you know. I have building materials for days. A bit of what's known as an idiosyncrasy has occurred here. I wanted to cover this layer in half slabs in order to prevent needing to traverse down into these stalls. However, in order to retrieve the smooth stone from these areas, it's kind of a requirement to check the stalls. therefore a bit of an idiosyncrasy as I have made it so I need to now excavate all of these half slabs which I placed down in order to retrieve the full block in order to make it so that there's room for more half slabs. I believe I'm using the word idiosyncrasies properly. If I'm not, I'm sure someone will eventually correct me in the comments. But in the meantime, I am trying my best to just make sure I don't leave anything behind, because otherwise I have to go back to base, and that's this whole trip. And then I have to like prepare for the trip by going and grabbing a bunch of items and making sure I'm only bringing full stacks and not partial stacks, because I want to make sure that I'm bringing as much material as possible in order to make as few trips as possible. Yeah, it's this whole thing, but fortunately, the work involved is, well, a bit repetitive. Therefore, it's kind of easy to navigate through it all, because, you know, it's just the same task on repeat. Therefore, as long as I'm not, you know, messing up very drastically or going too slow or anything like that, the rhythm allows me to very easily just kind of get all the work done. See, this is one of those stalls where the items fell in. Now I can go through, pick everything up. Just like that, I have finished. I have completed my collection of all of these items. From within the stalls, I can now fill in the stalls because I don't need to leave them open like this. I will attempt to fill in the topmost layer here as well. So that way I may not need to return to the stalls. I might need to, I might not. It kind of depends on how this all turns out and how much resources this takes. Okay. Now, the good news is I managed to finish covering all of the stalls so that I don't need to worry about, you know, immediately needing to go diving down and retrieving any items that have fallen. I will, however, still need to return to base in order to retrieve a supply of building materials. I have run out of half slabs once again. I do not expect the smooth stone which I collected to be enough for my building desires, for my building code, as it were. But I first want to make use of all of these items that I have stored. I will obviously want the minecart. I'm going to want to carry the gravel, obviously. Just carry as much gravel as I can. I will want to store a lot of these items. Okay, and then I just grab a bunch of stone. That should be pretty much everything that I need to take with. Put that there. Go retrieve one more stack of items from storage. Stack of stone, that'll work. Now I go over here, hop in the minecart. Check on my armor. Oh my lord, my helmet needs repairs. My boots need repairs. A lot of the stuff I'm wearing needs repairs. Okay, well, I guess I'm repairing my armor. That was not an expected expenditure, but I can make it work. I additionally will need to repair my pickaxe very soon. Let's see. Well, I can bake the potato, not in a blast furnace, but in a regular furnace. When did that hole get there? Oh, that's the crafting table. Okay, right. How's the skeleton farm doing while I'm down here? Decent. Okay. Dirt storage. Yep. Cobblestone storage. Yep. Then we want gravel, which we only brought full stacks. Therefore, we only need up to there. And that actually fills up that barrel, putting us on, looks like barrel number 6. Let's get this slime out of the way so that he's not just constantly trying to bother us. Let him burn to death. Okay. Now the medium, smalls, and the mediums, and the smalls. There we go. I'm practicing for magma creams. Let's see, we are over here, which puts us by grass and moss. We don't need grass and moss, we need stone. or specifically to deposit stone. And then for the 1.8 stones, we want to withdraw the raw variant because we're actually using that actively. And then we want to craft as much of the polished variant as we can. Okay, and then we just deposit polished blocks. Very easy stuff, very regulatory. Okay, one thing we will need is more half slabs over at the build site. Therefore, we're grabbing another 9 smooth stone. And then we want to craft as much slime into slime blocks as possible before we head back. We additionally want to deposit this rotten flesh. I suppose I need to restock this hopper with stone. Let's see if I have... that's a bit of a silly statement. Let's see if I have enough stone to restock the furnaces. I think I have enough. Bit of a silly statement there. Of course I have enough. Are you kidding me? I've been mining underground all this time. What makes you think I wouldn't possibly have enough? Speaking of having enough, I need some diamonds. I need a crafting table, of all things. Huh. Well, fortunately, if I grab my axe, I have a crafting table right up here that I never use. So I'm going to install this down here where it should be and just place the one up there when I get the chance. Let's go ahead and make a stack of diamonds. There we go. Got a stack of diamonds. Let's make a helmet. Make boots. Should I replace my pants and chest piece? I don't think I need to replace them yet, but very soon, yes. Yeah, I kind of figured something roughly around that. Okay, feather falling 4, blast protection 2, and thorns 1. Let's go with the feather falling. Sweet. Okay, now for the helmet. Remove that enchantment because that's a single enchantment that is not very useful. This enchantment should, if possible, boost me up to protection 5. Now I know it used to be that you could make protection 5 equipment. It appears that is no longer the case. However, oh, those boots are too expensive. Oh boy. So these boots are just, they're just gone. Okay. I'm not sure. Did I already have? I did. Okay, so I've already got Featherfall 4 protection 4. And Depth Strider 2 and Thorns. Looks like I still need Unbreaking. I need to upgrade the Thorns to Thorns 3. So I need Thorns 2, Unbreaking 3 at minimum. Well, I got Unbreaking 3, so I guess that's a start. Let's make another pair of boots. Where'd that pair go? And there's Unbreaking 3. Well, let's hope it gives Thorns as well. Nope, just Unbreaking 3. Okay, well, I can disenchant that because I've already got Unbreaking 3. I need Thorns. That's Blast Protection. I don't use Blast Protection at all. Depth Strider 3, Unbreaking 3, Blast Protection 4. Well, I mean, it's pretty valuable enchantment. What do we got? Blast protections and fire protection. More Unbreaking. I don't need Unbreaking. I've got plenty of Unbreaking on my boots. I need the Thorns. Thorns 1. What's my level at? Well, I'm not going to do it just for Thorns 1, so let me get that. Disenchant it. See what this gives me. Nope. Okay, well, I'll come back to that. Yeah, I've got plenty of material for for my equipment to get better. It's just a matter of actually getting better equipment. I need Thorns. Good lord, this stuff does not want to get Thorns. Okay, this one's not too expensive yet. This one's not too expensive yet. That's good, because I don't want those to be too expensive. However, I'm not currently running the furnace, therefore I don't currently have an experience farm actively set up. I mean, I have skeletons. I can kill skeletons, but that only does so much, Same for spiders. I can kill the spiders, but that only does so much. What I really want to do is I want to get back to the to building the villager trading hall, because that's going to allow me to not only have easy access to pretty much any type of equipment that I might want through the use of a blacksmith villager. They can have tool crafters, they can have weapon crafters, they can have armor crafters. There's really a lot of variety that can be used in villager trading. They also have librarians, which can provide enchantments directly from enchanting books. All of this information is obviously publicly available on the internet. It's not exactly easily accessible because you kind of got to look everywhere for it, but at least it's accessible on the internet. At least you can find it, you can research it, you can reach it, you can look it over, and you can use the information as freely as possible, really. As freely as one would expect. I never deposited this rotten flesh. Oh boy. Okay, well, I'm going to make another trip back to base then, if that's the case. Then I'm going to deposit more stone. I additionally never went and retrieved the blocks of slime from my inventory because I'm still holding a bunch of slime balls. I'm still carrying a bunch of balls of slime, which means I clearly never deposited them. It looks as though that's everything I need to withdraw. Which means I can actually just ride the minecart over like this. Sometimes that works. Sometimes it doesn't. Ride the minecart. Away we go. We shall go visit the stone storage first, because that's where we need to visit first, because that's where most of our inventory is currently occupying, is just stacks and stacks of stone. Whilst at it, we can make a bunch of polished stones. This will help us a little bit with our storage. Not immediately, obviously, but it can help long term because it shrinks the amount of space occupied by the unpolished stones in order to provide a bit of what's the proper way to phrase it? I don't know how to say it, but like it provides a semblance of organized organized inventory, basically. I don't know how to say it, but like it's useful. Now I head this way. Basically, once you have those 1.8 stones polished, until you've used the material, basically it's going to take up inventory space somewhere, unless of course you just throw it on the ground and let it despawn, which is an option, but not a very frequently used option because that's kind of wasteful. instead, how's the fuel source looking? Fuel source looks nice. It's good. It's good. Let's retrieve some more fish. Restock the fuel supply. Craft more fuel. And this time, before I forget, I'm going to craft these slime blocks as well. Go ahead and restock the fuel yet again. Okay. Now I can go over here. And then deposit the rotten flesh. I forget, did I need any more potatoes? Which one was the potatoes? Was it this one? No, that's the carrots. I do need a few more carrots. I do not need more potatoes. Therefore, I shall cook on the campfire this potato, which I shall then probably almost immediately afterwards eat. In the meantime, however, I'm going to retrieve these cacti in order to harvest the bone meal from this supply of cactus. Okay, retrieve the potatoes from over there. Can I? Oh, I can bone meal the potato. Okay, that's handy. That means I don't need to eat it. Which is good, because it means that I was able to very easily gather up a portion of materials in order to, let me get a little bit more speed. There we go. And away we go! Maximum speed! We're, of course, traveling in a minecart. Therefore, we are traveling across a predetermined path. We're traveling back towards the base, the mining outpost, because we want to deposit this slime block, these 5 slime blocks specifically, and then we're going to turn around. Now, yes, we could have just as easily used the water elevator for that, but I wanted to use the minecart because I didn't feel like going all the way over to the water elevator in order to do that. Therefore, we now take the minecart over to the villager trading hall. Bit of travel time. This is a great time to remind you to leave a comment and like on the video, and let me know what you think of the video so far. I don't think any of these emotes work when I am sitting in a minecart. Nope, they do not. Okay, well. Let me pick up the minecart. Walking over to the storage where I have all of my smooth stone on this side of the tracks. Magma blocks, stone bricks, powered rails, glass, storage chests. I actually don't need to hold those last three on me. I don't need to hold the buckets on me either. What else do I want? Actually, thinking about it, I don't need to hold the magma blocks or stone bricks either, because I'm not using them in anything in this build. Therefore, why am I holding them? A very valid question. I'll just keep them in the chest for now. They'll be fine there. Ah, it is noon. Yes, it is currently noon. I always find it amusing that every time one of those types of notifications appears while I'm recording, it always switches to my bow. I find that quite amusing. Is it amusing or bemusing? I don't know which. Speaking of not knowing which, I'm not sure if all of this was placed properly. I know at least one of them wasn't. That way that was why I dug that specific section up. But it appears as though they are all placed properly now. I guess that's what's important. I mean, it's nice to have them placed properly the first time, but as long as it's placed properly now, I suppose I don't have too much room to complain. Okay, put another 2 stacks from my inventory onto my tool belt here, my little hotbar. Just kind of placing it all in. 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 slabs at a time. Now I'm just casually covering up this little gap here. Oops, misplaced that one. Retrieved it after finishing up placing the ones to fill in the gap where I was at the moment. Now I retrieve another 2 stacks from my inventory. I'm going to have to do some excavations in order to reach those. That was part of the reason why I was placing all of these slabs, is because every now and then you're just going to find a bunch of gravel falling on your head, and it's like, well, instead of having a bunch of gravel fall on my head, I think I would much rather have a bunch of resources land at my feet. And it's like, well, how do you switch that from having gravel land on your head? Easy enough solution. Lower half slabs. Now, it's not gravel, it's an incompatible block. It can't possibly be located there. Why not? Because that's a half slab. You can't put a full block on a half slab. Who do you think you are, Batman? Well, Batman can't do that either. You're thinking Superman. Sorry. And of course, if you ask Superman to do that, he'll go, but why? It's like, land property values? Sorry, Lex. That is Lex Luthor's entire motivation, by the way, in case you're ever curious about what is Lex Luthor's motivation for why he just doesn't seem to get along with Superman. It's like, well, it's because Lex Luthor is interested in land development. And when I say development, I'm not talking about building up existing property. No, I mean Lex Luthor is interested in, quite literally, creating land. Which, I'm not sure if you're familiar with the balance of ecosystems and the terrestrial gravitational pull of large masses of material, but let's just say it's not exactly healthy if Lex succeeds in his plans. I mean, while he's not wrong, and while technically what he's doing is just accelerating events that are already destined to happen, Superman is not exactly going to just agree with the methods used. Superman very frequently disagrees with Lex Luthor on lots of things. Batman does too, now that I think about it. A lot of people disagree with Lex Luthor. Lex is like, I have brought you an army of robots. And Batman's just like, I'm not signing off on this. And it's like, but you're my funding. It's like, well, yeah, just tell the stockholders it was me. And it's like, well, that's not going to help me at all. It's like, no, it won't, Lex, but at least you'll have a patsy. I am going to try getting the material for this roof done first. Let me craft up a bit of a storage for stone in my inventory. Now I want another 3 stacks. I'll actually get that stack as well. And then just craft them into half slabs. Lots and lots of half slabs. Okay. Now I can very easily go and retrieve all of this material. Oops. Walked off the top there. That's fine. Now I can just walk back up to the top and we now have reached up here once again. Now I just go through, harvest this section of material as well. Oops, not the minecart, shovel. There we go. Okay. Got that all taken care of so far. Okay, and now we can go through collecting this material. As I have mentioned previously, if you do enjoy the videos which I am making here, go ahead and leave a like on the video. Helps me, helps the channel, tells YouTube that, you know, it really should advertise content like this more often for you because, well, this is obviously the type of content that you enjoy, as signified by the fact that you leave a like on the video. But more importantly,